The French novelist Marcel Proust is famous for writing about the dainty little cakes the French call madeleine. The writer was feeling depressed and sad for a long while when one day he had a cup of herbal tea and a madeleine. The taste carried him powerfully back to the years in his childhood. The stream of memories came back to him and filled him up with hope and gratitude. My past promptly emerges from the smell, taste, and texture of these following dishes that caused me to have my own Proustian moment, a moment of sudden, involuntary, and intense remembering. My grandma's apple pie drenched in freshly whipped cream, or the cheesy polenta dish that my grandfather used to make for us, bring back memories of my childhood spent at their place with my cousins. Or the smell of freshly brewed coffee first thing in the morning reminds me of my mother, who used to open up a book and sip on her coffee first thing before sunrise. Now in my adult life, every time I dip a piece of bread in a soft-boiled eggs, it reminds me of my father forcing me to have this breakfast for 7 days in a row, that time my mother went on our business trip. He was so convinced that the only way he's gonna get me to love his favorite breakfast dish was to force me to have it 7 days in a row, until I developed a severe allergy to it, and then he stopped. I still remember the smell of burnt sugar filling up our entire kitchen every time my mother used to make this almond praline candy for us. Also, the smell and taste of a banana milkshake consumed religiously before every single swimming competition. It's still there with me, gracefully sneaking back into my head every time I turn on a blender. At last, the memory of my first love is brought by a lox sandwich on a cinnamon raisin bagel. What the Proustian moment teaches us is to appreciate life with a greater intensity. The relationship that man has with food can have so much power over him and bring him back in time. We are what we eat, and we are a product of our own memories and life experience.